No, Rebecca, that's such a weird intro. Hi, are you alright? There we go. Welcome to my channel and my first video. Yay! Oh god, I make myself sick. This is all staying because I can't be asked to edit anything. I'm filming on my phone, it's going straight onto YouTube. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, my intentions with my channel, let's start there. So this channel is just gonna have chit chatty videos because I do like a chit chat. Majority will be like talking about my experiences, you know, as a solo female traveller, and then just life stuff. So I'm not gonna get past too personal, but I'll just talk about things. You can listen, you don't have to listen. Give your opinions in the comments, do whatever. Yeah, so it's just going to be chit chatty. Yeah, I don't really know what else. I've not really thought too far ahead, if I'm honest. But my main thing, as I said, is like the travel side of it. My aunt has been encouraging me to do a blog, and I will do a blog. But I really struggle to sit down and like give my full attention to it and like smash it out. So I've settled for YouTube. Not settled. Bless you, YouTube. But I feel like this is a good start for me to get stuff out there. It's just not in the written form. I have kept a journal of my most recent trip. I mean, I always write digitally or handwritten what I do on my trips because I've got terrible memory and I need to keep track of things. So yeah, I've been on a few trips on my own. I had one trip with my brother. That was my first time abroad. I will talk about the other ones another time. This video, I feel like it's going to be in like multiple videos. So I'll probably get like a day or two per video. So this year for my birthday, because I normally go to Italy for the past 4 years. Out of the 3 of those years, I've been in Italy for my birthday. 1 year I just didn't go anywhere. Because I love Italy. I love everything Italian. Apart from the pickpockets, we don't like them. No. But yeah, so this year I went to Tuscany. Last year I went to Rome and I had a day in Florence. This year I was mainly in Florence. So I only did a few bits last year and I wanted to tick some more stuff off because obviously there's lots to do in Florence. But I tried to go to other places nearby, so I sort of tick more off because I would like to tick off the whole of Italy. So I tried to do multiples in one trip. So yeah, this year I was in Tuscany, so I went to Florence, Pisa, Siena, and then I went to Lucca, and there's another place in Siena, and I know I'm gonna butcher it, and I do apologise. Hopefully by the time we get to that point where I'm talking about the place, I think it's like San Gimignano or something like that. I do apologise. I'm learning Italian. I just can't. I'll have to re-listen to how it's pronounced. So I do apologise. But yeah, so that was my trip this year. So I'm just gonna have a chit chat about all of it. Sorry, people keep messaging me. It's distracting. So yeah, this year Florence. When I was booking and planning everything, I was excited because I was like, yeah, if I haven't been on holiday in a year, get me to a nice Mediterranean country. I think Italy's in Mediterranean. I'm pretty sure it is. God, I'm gonna look like such an idiot in this video. Anyway, so yeah, I've lost my train of thought. These videos are gonna be so scatty, and I do apologise. But there we go. God, I can't get comfortable. I'm holding a selfie stick. So yeah, I booked everything, was planning everything, and I was getting really excited. Like, my aunt gave me some recommendations. One of my friends gave me recommendations. Like, those two are like my go-to people for any travel recommendations, because they're well travelled themselves and I'm still fairly new to it, and very similar to both of them in the sense of like what we like, so I wholeheartedly trust them with their recommendations. There's some people who will recommend things and I'm just like, we do not like the same stuff. I know I won't like it. So I was like, I appreciate it. That's normally like films and shows or whatever, thankfully. But yeah, got close to the time of going and I just really wasn't feeling it. I don't know, I can't pinpoint why. I just, like, it could be like I was on like the back end of a depressive episode. If you've ever had one of those, it's sort of like, oh, nothing in life makes me happy, like it's so sad. So I feel like that was definitely a big contributing factor, but then I also just felt like there were a lot of things, even just small stuff that's sort of cropping up. I'm like, this is a sign that I shouldn't go. Like, I got weird vibes from my Airbnb host. Like, I've been using Airbnb since like 2020, since my first trip, and I have never had like an Airbnb host like, oh, can you get a number so we can like chat on WhatsApp? I was like, I contacted customer support because I was like, that sort of threw me off because I personally hadn't experienced that before. Like, I was googling stuff and I was like, they're not meant to chat or whatever through that. So I was just checking, and then he just like, why did you contact customer support? I was like, I was just checking, like I just needed to, like, I've never known that to be a thing. And he was like, this is the number I could see, and then sent me my number but sent it twice. And like, I don't know, like the whole situation was weird because like even up until the point where I was like checking in, he was just his story was changing a lot, and I was just like, it just made me really uneasy. Like, it was fine in the end, but, you know, bearing in mind I already had some nerves about the trip anyway, it just sort of added on to that, so I weren't entirely keen. But yeah, no, so I had a bit of a, get myself into a bit of a fluster. Like, one thing goes wrong and I'm spiraling, and I was trying to find somewhere else to stay, but obviously it's last minute. It's like a couple of days before I'm going to be in the country, and it just, yeah, I was trying to find somewhere else to stay, and it weren't happening. So I just sort of had to settle with staying there. But yeah, no excitement. Like, the morning of that I was leaving, so I flew out on the 31st, but I was staying in an airport hotel right before because I was flying out a bit early and I wouldn't have been able to get there in time. I was more excited just staying at the hotel, if I'm honest. I was like, oh, a nice day out in London, staying near Gatwick. So I mean, like, that was nice. It was an awful night's sleep though. The shower was dripping. I got multiple times, like, is it just because it's not fully, like, the handle's not fully turned? Wasn't that, or I don't know why it kept dripping. And then because it had been raining, like, the pipes outside were dripping, and that's all I heard all night. So I couldn't sleep properly, so that wasn't great. And then I was up at the butt crack of dawn, so but yeah, morning of the flight, like, got through the airport fine. Again, didn't want to go, but that had to because I paid for it all. Yeah, last year I had a horrific flight back from Rome. I'll go through that in another video. But yeah, so I wasn't keen. It had been like about a year since I'd last flown. So I wasn't keen on flying again. Like, I'm a nervous flyer anyway. Real nervous Nelly about it. I hate takeoff, I hate landing, I hate turbulence. When it's up in the air and smooth, hey, we're sweet. But yeah, any movement and I don't like it. So that made me really nervous. I had a window seat, and normally when there's turbulence I'll sort of just look at the wing. I'm like, if it's not like that, we're good. But it was a lot of in my head just like, it's just normal turbulence. It's just like, it was turbulent, like fairly regularly, but it wasn't as bad as when I was coming back from Rome. It's mostly when we was like going through clouds, because see the pilots can't see. And I stupidly googled that recently, and like they're literally blind. Like, great. But also with things, I flew from Gatwick, like the plane was the route, you have to do a lot of turns, and I don't like the plane turning, so I can't look out the window when it turns because it really throws me off. So yeah, I weren't too keen on that flight. I was very glad when like the pilot announced, just like, oh, 30 minutes away. And when he made that announcement, I was like, right, I can relax. So I've got half an hour left. I'm like, right, most of that is just going to be us going down, ready to land. So yeah, I was pretty much clenching and holding my breath the majority of that flight, and then relaxed in the last half an hour. But yeah, made it there okay. Gorgeous heat. Oh, heat is so different there. It's lovely. I know it's the same sun. There's only one sun, but it's just like this different. Do you know what I mean? It's a different, like different heat. And that's the heat I love. I don't like our English heat. It's disgusting. It's awful. But yeah, the flight there was fine. I went to, so once I got out of the airport, got a tram and a train to my Airbnb. So I was staying in Signa, which is in Florence, but it's like an out a bit. Got to the Airbnb. The host knew what time I was coming, and I sat there for like 15 minutes. And he was like, this is why I wanted to use WhatsApp. Like, he was really like on defensive from the off. I guess it's just Italians, and like they're very, very passionate people. But yeah, I was like, that's completely unnecessary. Like, you knew what time I was coming. I told you a few days ago what time I was going to be there. Anyway, the reason why he didn't answer the door kept changing. So, you know, I'm like, okay. Because a lady came out the building, and I asked, like, oh, which one's... And I said his name. And then she put it to which buzzer was his, so... I was just like... Even if you don't see messages, I was buzzing your flat. Yeah, it was a whole thing. So it was a bit awkward at first. We did resolve it. But then yeah, I sort of checked in, and then I went back into Florence, and I got some like snacky food bits. There was no kitchen in my Airbnb, so I was just having one meal a day, and then just having snacks as like filler bits. But yeah, that was pretty much my first day. My phone is saying I'm running out of storage. So I think these are going to have to be one day at a time, which is how I like to take life, you know, one day at a time. But yeah, so hopefully you like these videos. If not, okay, don't watch anymore, I guess. But if you do, I don't even know. I don't even want to be like, oh, like, comment, like, subscribe. If you are a solo traveller or a solo female traveller, feel free to have a chat in the comments. It'd be interesting and nice, like, as we go through this series, sort of just sharing tips and tricks and experiences with people. Because yeah, sometimes it's like, unless, you know, a lot of people, I don't think I know any solo female travellers other than one, but we don't talk too often about it, if at all. She's off and about, she's seeing the world, so yeah, I don't really know many who go on their own. There is my aunt. She's very optimistic and positive about stuff, whereas I'm more just like, I'm a pessimistic optimist or something. Like, I'm a bit of both. But yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about now. I will end it there. I hope you have enjoyed the video. And yeah, feel free to chat at any point. I'm available. And yeah, I will post some more, because I was there 9 days, so there will be significantly more to come. And I'll try and be a bit more planned, and hopefully try and get more days into one video. But I ramble, unfortunately. But yes, I can't keep keeping this hanging on. So au revoir. That's not even ciao, that's the wrong one.